Welcome back to the show, Minnie Driver.
Hello.
I love having you here.
I'm happy to be here, thank you.
I saw a headline that I wanted to show you, and
Yes.
I kind of agree. It said, Minnie Driver is having her Minnaissance.
Yes.
Her Minnaissance, it's happening.
Renaissance, that was...
Are you having your Minnaissance?
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
My son coined it. I was doing lots of jobs away from home, playing, you know, sort of a homicidal doctor and then a grifting princess on Emily in Paris. And then I had this one-person show in London, which was this beautiful, amazing...
you did one-person...
It was called Every Brilliant Thing, and it was a sensational show. And Henry, when he finally caught up with me, he was like, my son sounds like a bookie. He's like, I never see you anymore. I never see you anymore.
I never see you no more.
I don't see you anymore. Like, where do you live? Like, why don't I see you anymore? And I was like, well, you know, I have been working to sort of keep the lights on and everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, Mom, I gotta say, man, Mom, you're having a Minnaissance. And I was like, I am having a Minnaissance.
Oh, I love you, honey, yes.
It was really sweet.
You are having a Minnaissance. You really are. Top 10 Netflix every time I see it.
I know, it's good.
Congrats. Oh, it's fantastic.
Thank
Keep
you.
going, keep going,
It's
keep
great,
going.
I love it. I'm gonna go.
This is award season. The Oscars are coming up this weekend. I have a photo of you at the Oscars here, looking stunning.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
That's my... that's my mama.
Is that your mom?
That's my mom.
That's your mom. Adorable.
I'm looking at my dad, because that picture was taken as my dress fell off. And I'm clutching that stole around me to, you know, hide what I had for breakfast.
Really? It
And
fell.
I'm looking at my dad, and my dad was just doing this. He was like, keep smiling. Just keep smiling. Hold it.
Hold it together.
So I was
rooting you on, like, okay, it's gonna be okay, honey.
Hold
We're
the
good. That's it. Did the rest of the night go smoothly?
I mean, the rest of the night was when Robin Williams won. I had an incredibly beautiful bracelet on that was made up of hundreds of ruby beads. Ooh. And as I was clapping for Robin, it bust. And so there's red carpet on the aisles of the theatre. And I'm not kidding you.
Red rubies.
Jim Cameron and Arnold Schwarzenegger got down on their hands and knees, and they found, I mean, there were hundreds of them. When I handed the broken pieces back, there were only 4 missing.
What?
Like, they found every single bead, bar 4.
No. James Cameron and
James
Arnold?
Cameron and Arnold, they were...
Oh, my God.
We gotta look at the beads.
I know. We gotta find the beads.
We gotta find on the rubies.
We got to find the beads.
We gotta find the beads. We gotta find the beads, yeah.
I was gonna try and do a Jim Cameron impression, but I don't really
I
know
don't know how
what he
many.
sounds
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Yeah, he's just.
I'm the king of the world.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
beads.
Yeah, I've got beads.
I'm the king
yeah.
of the beads.
We had Sting on earlier. Have you ever crossed paths with Sting? Do you know each other?
I have.
He's cool. Huh?
He's honestly one of the most iconic, coolest people in the world. I'm friends with his beautiful daughter, Mickey. Oh. And weirdly, because I grew up in the Caribbean, Sting made his seminal and beautiful record, The Dream of the Blue Turtle, at Eddie Grant's studio in Barbados. And I worked in that studio when I was like 12.
No.
And I was like making the tea and making the rum punch and putting on extra nutmeg.
And you ended up he made one of the best albums ever.
Ever, and he was
That's because of Minnie Driver.
I think he was so kind to me.
He was having a Minnaissance.
He was having his own...
A little mini...
It was a mini Minnaissance.
Mini Minnaissance, yeah, you were a kid. Any other rock and roll run-ins?
Yeah, so... well, I'm probably not supposed to say, but it is actually true. But, so Rod Stewart was in a lift in the building that we had an apartment in because he was having an affair with the lady who lived upstairs. And, but I mean, it was all very public knowledge, like, you know...
Everybody?
I'm not telling you anything that you couldn't look up on the old Wikipedia.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, he gets in the lift, as we say in the UK, and I'm probably 4. And my nanny, who I'm with, is a mad Rod Stewart fan. And I was like, you smell very funny.
And a 4-year-old?
A 4-year-old to Rod Stewart, and Rod Stewart smiled and was apparently very charming to both the nanny and to me.
Of course he is, he's Rod Stewart.
But then I moved on to Tony Bennett, who was really good friends of a kid who was my great friend at school, and I was having a sleepover when I was 6 at her house.
These are legends.
And Tony Bennett they were having like a musicale night. They had a grand piano in their living room, they had these great sliding doors, and he was belting it out beautifully. But apparently, I mean, not apparently, I did, because I remember it. I went and, like, it was midnight, and I opened the sliding doors, and I was like, could you keep it down? We're trying to sleep.
Oh, my God.
Making a lot of noise.
To Tony Bennett.
To Tony Bennett.
Oh, my gosh, you were trouble.
I reminded Tony of this. I hosted his 90th birthday party many years later, and I reminded him of this story, and he did not have a sense of humor about it. He was like, I can't believe you told me to shut up. And I was like, I know, I can't believe I told you to shut up.
Me either, yeah, of course.
I was
You're a
sick.
legend. Oh,
But you're
fun.
a legend.
Oh, come
So
on.
yeah, I tell musicians stuff. Quest, I love you.
Oh, wow. He gets a nice one. Let's talk about your new series, okay? This event, The Faithful, Women of the Bible.
Yeah.
You're playing Sarah. Are you nervous when you go into something this big and this different?
Yes, I think I'm playing a character who, she's in 3 of the most ancient texts. She appears in the Torah, in the Bible, and in the Quran. She's a 5,000-year-old character. There are, 2 billion people on this planet who have a very particular idea about this character of Sarah. And so I was absolutely terrified taking that on, because you can barely please the people in your own house, let alone
2 billion
people around the planet.
Yeah.
However, I believe in the sovereignty of the way people pass amazing characters, and I believe in the fundamental humanity of this woman who is super relatable, amazingly strong. If you think about it in the Bible, I think there are 143 women, and only 90 or so of them have names. And there are over 3,000 men. So there's never been a better time for these women to have an amplification of their voice and their stories. And the show is really from the purview of the matriarchs of Sarah and Rachel and Leah and Rebecca and Hagar.
Yeah, we have to show a clip here before we do. Should we set it up?
Yeah, so I'm yelling at God. He has promised me a child, and I am older and not able to have a child. And I also think I'm yelling at him because he talks to my husband and not me. So
you're picturing Tony Bennett, but you're yelling.
Essentially, I'm just like, good job.
Here's Minnie Driver in The Faithful, Women of the Bible. Take a look at this.
Hey! We did what you asked, and nothing! My womb stays closed! What sort of a god are you? Huh? Your promises mean nothing! Say something! Say something! Say something to me!
Ooh, that's how you do it. Minnie Driver, everyone. The Faithful Women of the Bible premieres March 22nd at 8 p.m. on Fox and airs the next day on Hulu. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around. Minnie Driver.